In the 19-car Euro Formula Parma Audi field, here for the first of a pair of races at Germany's Nurburgring. And on pole position, the Irish driver Damien Faulkner, the yellow and blue machine of the Dutch driver Jackie van der Ende alongside him on the front row. Frenchman Bruce Giuani and British driver Robbie Kerr make up row 2, from Dane Jesper Karlsson and Ulsterman Tim Mullen on row 3. Damien Faulkner, the fastest man in qualifying. How will he and the rest of them fare around this German Grand Prix hosting circuit? The revs rise, they're ready to go. A good start from the front row men, and a very good start indeed from 8th place on the grid from Justin Keane. Really launched himself superbly at the lights. The number 7 machine, the white and blue car, looks like he'll be up into about 5th position as they get to the first corner. Will he survive it? Yes, he does. But further back, collisions and drivers off everywhere. Well, Paul Edwards there, Bruno Besson and I think Richard Lyons all in that first corner contact. And that's so inevitable at the Nurburgring, this new circuit. That very tight first and second corner complex always leads to problems. The survivors continue. There's Bruce Giuani, the white car with a red on it. Behind the yellow and blue machine is Jackie van der Ende there, second and third. Robbie Kerr in 4th place, the red nose and side pods and the blue roll hoop. And it's still the Irish driver Damien Faulkner who leads. Tim Mullen in 5th, car number 12, the Ulsterman. And here is Bruce Giuani, the Frenchman. Went very well at Spa-Francorchamps, looking for another good result here. Ahead of van der Ende, 79 there is Kerr. Replay of the first corner. Let's see if we can figure out where it all goes wrong. Well, they came into shots tangled up. But there you go. You just need one tiny little touch to trigger off problems for everybody. And it was the number 6 car you saw there of Paul Edwards, who looked to be most badly damaged. Slippery surface flags are being waved on the main straight down towards the first corner. Maybe some liquids there from that earlier incident. And a spinner, and that's the race leader. The race leader has spun out. Well, Damien Faulkner, really a big mistake there, giving away the race lead. And further back you can see Tim Mullen battling with Robbie Kerr. In the 22 car of Jesper Karlsson, that's a yellow and blue machine. As the race is now being led by Bruce Giuani. There he is, the white car with the red nose and tail wings from Robbie Kerr. So Robbie Kerr, car number 79, started with Bruce Giuani on row 2. They were 3rd and 4th on the grid respectively. And spots of water on the camera lens showing exactly why the slippery surface flags are out, because it is starting to rain at parts of the circuit. Oh, tyre smoking move down the inside there from Derek Hayes, just behind this man, number 7, Justin Keane, and he is battling with Jesper Karlsson. There is Karlsson, the second of the yellow-nosed cars, so that move by Hayes didn't quite work, but good initiative there. Bruce Giuani from Robbie Kerr, and under pressure for 3rd place is Jackie van der Ende, the Dutchman. There is Hayes, just ahead of the 99 car of the local driver Christian Hohenadel. Local, I mean German, as opposed to any of the other of the 10 nationalities that are in the field. Wheel to wheel, Tim Mullen in the inside, and the number 7 car of Justin Keane on the outside line there, out of the final corner. And Robbie Kerr looking to try and make a move on the race leader there. Huge lock-up behind from the number 12 car of Tim Mullen. But still, Bruce Giuani out front. Giuani, one of the junior championship drivers in this Euro FPA series. That means he's never raced in these cars before. Most of the others have either done a winter series or last year's full series. And Tim Mullen with a damaged nose wing, and that will cost him dear around here, where aerodynamic balance is so important on this high-speed and rather technical Nürburgring circuit. He's trying to get past Jesper Karlsson again. Christian Hohenadel gets past Hayes, runs wide at the Vidal chicane and spins it. The German driver spins round, power slides his car in the correct direction once more, but he'll rejoin a long way back at the tail of the field. Bruce Giuani, the junior, no junior driver has won a championship race so far this year, but he certainly looks as though he might do. One of the Team Brass cars there, under pressure, and that's the 3rd of them, the 33 car of Alan Simonsen. manages to hold on. And at the moment, Bruce Giuani holding on from the man who he just out-qualified, Robbie Kerr. Front row men, Damien Faulkner, who led the race and then spun it away, has disappeared. So too behind them now, Jackie van der Ende, who was on the outside of the front row. Replay there as Hohenadel just hops up over the curbs, under power, back spins round. No way of catching that at all. Stands on the brakes to stop the car. He has to wait for a hole in traffic before he spins it round again. So Bruce Giuani resisting all the efforts of Robbie Kerr here. This is a very determined drive from the young Frenchman. Robbie Kerr much more experienced in the cars, using all of the road and a bit more. Jackie van der Ende in third place. And replay here of a very wayward Judd Copeland in the number 3 machine. Just a wheel on the gravel, and that's all it needs to suck him off the track. Tim Mullen comes into the pits. I think he's been defeated finally by that damaged nose wing. It'll be scrubbing his tyres to death as well. Third, fourth and fifth here, Jackie van der Ende and his teammate Jesper Karlsson. And between them, the number 7 machine is Justin Keen. Van der Ende, the Dutchman, Justin Keen from Great Britain, and the Dane Jesper Karlsson. Karlsson trying to make a move on Justin Keen. Saw him closing up there out of the final turn. Down the front stretch he comes, but he's got nothing left in reserve. Can't make a move under braking there. Very close indeed to the back of the Englishman in the number 7 machine. And the 3 Team Brask entries there, all in a huge multi-stack Brask sandwich. Again, Karlsson trying to get past Keen. That will be for 4th place. And in 7th place on the tail of that queue is his teammate Alan Simonsen. But it's not Simonsen who's making the moves, rather it's the car ahead of him. It's the 18 machine of Derek Hayes. Again, trying a move on Jesper Karlsson. You just saw Simonsen there. He's at the tail of that group, but not for much longer, I fancy, because the all-black car of the Finn, Miku Santavirta, is closing in on these guys as well. He's been running in clean air on his own, using the ideal racing line for several laps, and has really started to reel them in. At the same time, Bruce Giuani is dropping Robbie Kerr. There is Robbie Kerr. He was all over the back of Giuani a couple of laps ago, and the Frenchman has really left him behind now. Superb drive being put in by Bruce Giuani. Van der Ende a long way back in third, then Keen, then Karlsson, then Hayes, then Simonsen. The black car, Santavirta, I think he's going to pull alongside Alan Simonsen. Simonsen got the Vidal chicane all wrong, rattled over the curbs, had to get out of the throttle, lucky to hold on to it. And the Finn in the black machine right with him now. Has he got a spare boost of turbo power left? It didn't look as though he was able to use it coming onto the straight, so maybe they've all used them up. Maybe Simonsen had one as well and was able to use it to counter. Here comes that battle then, Van der Ende and Keen, then Karlsson and Hayes, and then Santavirta has got by on the exit of the first couple of corners from Alan Simonsen. There is Miku Santavirta, the Finn. Another of the junior drivers. This is his first season in the championship. And there is the number 1 machine of Richard Tarling. He has got past Simonsen as well. So Alan Simonsen being edged down the order, and that's why, because Santavirta didn't pull out to make a move, but Simonsen outbraked himself under pressure from the Finn. Third, fourth, fifth and sixth, Van der Ende, Keen, Karlsson making a move down the inside, and Hayes behind him. Well, they're still fighting over those positions, but out front, the race leader, Bruce Giuani, about to take the checkered flag. His first Formula Parma Audi victory, the first in the series for a junior driver, and he increases his lead at the top of the junior point standings. Absolutely thrilled with himself. Saw away the challenge of Jackie van der Ende, and then the race leader, Damien Faulkner, spun away in front of him. He survived huge pressure to